Welcome to the ABC Fantasy Focus. My name is ABC, and we are back with Max opponents and Teddy Ryder. Say hello, boys.
What's up, everybody?
All right, Football Sunday. This is getting closer by the minute. Got some good games this week. You know why you're here? Let's get right down to it. All right, you know how this works by now. Max and I are going to give you our ideal fantasy lineups. All right, starting off at quarterback. Please, the state of New York. I'm going with Eli Manning against the Pittsburgh defense. Eli's got a wide variety of weapons. Should he actually choose to find his former Super Bowl-style self and take advantage of this poor Pittsburgh defense, he will put up a lot of points for your team.
Quarterback, I'm going Joe Flacco of the Baltimore Ravens. He's going up against the Dolphins, who are ranked in the low 20s for the pass defense. Other than Byron Maxwell, who's been playing very well this season, they really don't have that good of a cover corner with the loss of Brent Grimes. Their versatility on offense with Mike Wallace, Steve Smith, he should have 2 touchdowns. I see him having a good game.
All right, we're going to move to the ground game. I'm going Matt Forte of the New York Jets, also going to play the state of New York. Matt Forte is a solid running back. He's been the Jets' most consistent man on offense this year. Really? Now?
Just wait 1 second.
Really? On set? Are you serious right now?
1 second.
What do you mean 1 second? What the hell, man?
What you can do?
All right. Back to what I was saying. All right, so against the Colt run D that is god-awful, Matt Forte has to have a good game. I can't talk anymore. Max, go, please.
Running back, I'm going Carlos Hyde of the San Francisco 49ers, playing against one of the worst teams in the NFL, the Chicago Bears.
Again? Seriously?
All right, we have to stop.
No, that was
No. What? Just stay. Just.
All right.
God's sakes, man. Just get in control of yourself, man.
Okay. Really? Okay.
Just go.
I lost my train of thought.
We're at running backs.
We're at running backs, bro. Carlos Hyde. There we go.
He going up against the Bears, one of the worst teams in the NFL, and one of the worst rush defenses in the NFL. When they're not throwing the ball with Colin Kaepernick, he's really the only person in that backfield that's getting the ball. So he should have a touchdown.
All right, we're going to go back to the air now. Wide receiver. I'm going with my Atlanta Falcons wide receiver, Taylor Gabriel. He's been on a consistent hot streak as of late, scoring about 2 touchdowns. He's more of a slot receiver, but he racks up a lot of points and a lot of yardage. He should contribute to your team.
All right, receiver, I'm going Tyreek Hill of the Kansas City Chiefs, playing against the Falcons, especially with the loss of Jerry Maclin, who's still out with that groin injury. He is really their #1 receiver as of now. He's the Falcons with the loss of Trufant, who's their best, basically only good corner, and he's very versatile. You can get points from his punt return ability and his kick return ability. With that 4.25 speed, he should have a touchdown as he gets a lot of targets.
2 very similar wide receivers that can contribute to your team a lot. All right, we're going to move to the big man now, tight end. I'm going once again this week with the Chargers tight end Hunter Henry. I really like this kid. As I pretty much stated last week, he's taking reps away from a legendary Charger, Antonio Gates. He had a touchdown last week, and against the Buccaneers D that has given up the 2nd most amount of points to tight ends this year. For Hunter Henry to have a big game.
All right, tight end, I'm going Eric Ebron, who's going up against the Saints, who have notoriously one of the worst, maybe the worst pass defense in the league. Close tie with them and the Colts, but, let's not get caught up on that. But Matt Stafford with probably the best season of his career as of right now. Eric Ebron's really been having a good year, especially for a tight end. I think he could have 70, 80 yards, maybe a touchdown.
All right, we're going to move to the flex. I'm going to go with New England Patriots wide receiver Malcolm Mitchell. Now, in small leagues, he may not be worth an ad, but in bigger leagues, if you're stuck for a wideout, which I know a lot of you people are, He is a very good pickup. He's starting to take reps away from guys like Amendola and Hogan. He's a big target for Brady, and he's had 3 touchdowns in his past 2 games.
All right, flex, I'm going with Will Fuller against the Packers. I can't believe I'm saying it, but Brock Osweiler hasn't been looking awful the past 2 or 3 games. He's been playing actually pretty well. And against the Green Bay's defense, which is totally broken and injured, they're just throwing out anyone they can on the defensive side of the game. I think Will Fuller, with the speed he has, can burn someone for a touchdown.
All right, we're going to move to the hard hitters now on the defense. It's going to be surprising. This will be a bit bold, but I'm going with Jacksonville's defense. Now I'm going to explain to you why this is not so bold. Trevor Siemian has been officially ruled out this week. He will not be playing. Paxton Lynch will be coming in. Atlanta's defense beat up on this guy back in week 5, I think it was. Jacksonville's got a good, solid pass defense, so Paxton Lynch really shouldn't be that much of a problem. If they can contain Devontae Booker, which teams have been able to do more or less over the last few weeks, I think Jacksonville's a valuable defensive pickup if you really have no idea what you're going with.
All right, defense, I'm going with the Eagles, who are going up against the Bengals, especially with the recent loss of A.J. Green. The two-headed monster running back core, Giovanni Bernard and Jeremy Hill, really not doing that much this season. And really, Andy Dalton hasn't been having that great of a year. He really doesn't have anyone to throw to. He has Tyler Eifert, which hasn't been playing nearly as well as he did last year, and Brandon LaFell, who's not really that much of a playmaker. So really, Eagles defense, they should hold Andy Dalton up to a touchdown.
All right. If you guys remember, this was a segment from last week. We're going right back to it. This is going to be the Teddy Ryder Boom of the Week. What do you got for us?
All right, the Boom of the Week, baby. You've been waiting all day for it. Thank you. It's running back of the Chicago Bears, Jordan Howard, against the 49ers. 49ers have the worst rushing defense in the league, and if you have him on your team, Jordan Howard, and if you do not play him, you should honestly kill yourself. No offense to you. And if he's not on a team, pick him up, because he is going to do big things this week. Big things.
All right,
well said, Teddy. Thank you. The Boom of the Week, everybody.
Teddy's Boom of the Week. If you don't listen, you're dead to him.
All right, we're going to go to the part people care about now, the matchups. All right, so we're going to start off with Detroit in New Orleans. All right, for the Lions fans, we're doing the whiteboard strategy. If you don't know what it is, watch the previous videos. You'll pick it up pretty quick. Lions. This has got to be killing you, man.
Yeah, we need the Lions and the Vikings to lose every game, but that's not going to happen. Even though this game is in New Orleans and Drew Brees never seems to have a bad game, the Lions can match Drew Brees on the offensive side, and they have a much better defense. So I really think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think the Lions will have enough defense to win.
I agree with you there. Even though Drew Brees come off an amazing game last week, either that or the Rams just sucked. I'm not sure which it was. But, like you said, just the Lions have better all-around balance on both sides of the ball in terms of offense and defense. So, yeah. All right. Move on to the Rams and the Patriots now.
We can just talk about this.
We'll just talk about this
one
one.
needs to do the whiteboard,
Yeah. We're going to go with the Patriots on this one.
I'm going right now.
We would write Tom Brady on the whiteboard, but that's kind of getting old at this point. We're not really going to do that, probably. So, Jared Goff, I thought would play better last week. He did play better last week, but he didn't play that great. And this Rams defense, who had been playing good all season, got smoked by New Orleans. And I think Tom Brady will treat them the same way.
Nothing really much to add to that. If Drew Brees and the Saints can pick apart a defense like that, there's no reason that Tom Brady shouldn't be able to. Even with the loss of Gronk for probably the rest of the season, there's no way that Jared Goff is going to be able to match Tom Brady with the amount of touchdowns.
Martellus Ben is a good substitute guy there. So.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. The reason we didn't put him on our lineups this week is because his shoulder is still questionable, and we don't know if he'll be limited or if he'll be fully active. Keep an eye on that as we approach game time. If he's active, I would most definitely start him this week. All right, we're going to move to Denver and Jacksonville now. We'll do this one.
Yeah. Think about it.
I actually do have to think about this one. This goes against my defense, but I'll explain why. Broncos. Okay,
Broncos.
so this does go against my defense, but here's the thing. Jacksonville's offense has been absolutely abysmal this year. They've played so bad. Even with, I believe Paxton Lynch won't do anything, but that Denver defense will be very, very good.
Win the game. Denver's defense has won them more games than their offense will win them. They have the defense that won them a Super Bowl a year ago. There's no way that Blake Bortles is going to beat that Denver defense. It doesn't matter if Paxton Lynch has 2 touchdowns or 1 touchdown and a field goal. They're not going to. That defense isn't going to let Blake Bortles beat them.
Exactly. Good. All right. Move now to. I'll let you guys take this one.
49ers Bears.
49ers Bears. This is actually a fair one because neither of these teams are that great.
Yeah.
So I'll let you guys take this one. I'm curious to see how this goes. I'm going to stay objective on this one. I'll moderate this one.
I'm going San Francisco 49ers.
Me
Against?
as well.
All right.
Against the Bears.
Let's keep our feelings of Colin Kaepernick aside for this argument.
Yeah.
All right, so Colin Kaepernick didn't play terrible last year, even though he got his head taken off on that final play.
He had a great game last week. He really
He
did.
didn't play bad. Carlos Hyde probably going to have a big game against the Bears. Rashad Jennings had a decent game against the Bears. So
Yeah, I mean,
if the Giants can rush over 100 yards against them, I'm pretty sure any other team can, honestly.
yeah, I'm with you on that one.
And the Bears, no Jay Cutler, they have Matt Barkley, Alshon Jeffrey out. Even though they have Jordan Howard, he can't do everything for the team.
Especially if they fall behind.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. So I say the minute the 49ers go up by a 2-possession lead, whether it's a touchdown and a field goal, 2 touchdowns, that the game's over. I give the Bears a chance if it's close into the 4th quarter, but if they go into the 4th quarter down by 10, maybe even 7, I give it to the 49ers.
That's a fair argument. All right, we're going to move on now. It's going to be the Packers and the Texans. You don't even need to write anything. We all know who you're picking. Can't trust Brock. Going Pack.
I'm going Texans.
We all know where Max is going, so I guess we'll go here. Packers depleted, very, very depleted. I just can't trust Brock. I really just can't. He's never shown me enough against any team, for any matter, that's actually anywhere decent to warrant me giving his Texans the win in a game like this.
Well, you know what? I highly disagree with you. I believe Brock Osweiler this week is going to earn his paycheck, baby. Earn his paycheck.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Actually, I don't think you can ever earn that much money.
Yeah, he robbed the city of Houston. Let's just be honest with that.
Packers, no secondary, Will Fuller, DeAndre Hopkins.
Let's see if that works.
Aaron Rodgers has been heating up quite well the past few weeks, so I'll just leave it at that. See how it goes. Chiefs, Falcons.
All right, I don't need to do this one. You guys know who I'm picking.
All right, you know the interest picking.
You spelled it wrong.
I honestly, I don't care if I spelled Chiefs wrong. Do you want me to put the I before the E? All right. I'm going Chiefs.
I'm going Falcons. I say Falcons because I don't think the Chiefs' defense is good enough to hold Matt Ryan and his explosive offense with Taylor Gabriel, Devontae Freeman, Julio Jones. Even though they have Justin Houston, who's
He's a monster. He's a monster.
One of the best pass rushers in the league. He's not. They're gonna have Marcus Peters on Julio Jones, but that still leaves Taylor Gabriel, Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman open, and with the loss of Jeremy Maclin is huge for them, considering that the Falcons don't have Trufant, as I said earlier, is their best corner. So it's really Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce that are gonna try and win that game for them.
I went Chiefs because the Chiefs are that team to win when the odds are against them. I mean, their defense has played amazing these past few weeks.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna go with them.
But look at who they
It's a
played.
fair argument.
Look at who they played.
All right, you can shut up.
It's a fair argument. They beat Denver. That's a fair argument. But
beat Denver,
I feel like, even though with how good the Chiefs, I will not dispute how good the Chiefs defense is. I just feel Atlanta has enough weapons on offense where they can't cover everybody.
All
Alright, Dolphins, Ravens.
This is a good one, actually.
Dolphins, Ravens.
Is it in Baltimore?
Yes, it is in Baltimore.
Oh, okay. There's the deciding factor for me.
Wait, is it
Ravens.
Ravens.
I'm going Ravens because J.J. is going to be absolutely shut down. Ryan Tannehill can't throw the ball, and yeah.
Tannehill had a better game last
Andrew, you
week,
can shut
but
up.
that was against the Niners, so you can't really count that.
Yeah.
The Ravens have one of the better Ds in the league. Though I won't count the Dolphins out of an upset this week. I could see them surprising us. But Baltimore in Baltimore with this defense,
Can't go against them.
you can't vote against this defense. All right. So we're gonna move on now. It's
Eagles,
Philly.
Bengals.
Yes, Eagles Bengals.
Oh boy.
Teddy needs something here. You can't do it. You can't do it, can you? You can't do it.
Oh god.
Oh, he has to do it. He has to do it. Teddy, we'll save you the shame, man. Sit this one out. We'll save you the shame.
All right, Eagles.
Eagles.
Oh,
Even
why?
with even with
He wrote it. He wrote it. He wrote it, ladies
Wow.
and gentlemen.
that must have been like vinegar. All right, even with almost no receivers, the Bengals really their loss is concerning, where they're not going to be able to put up enough points to kind of exploit the lack of receivers that Carson Wentz has to throw to. So I expect Darren Sproles, Wendell Smallwood to have a big game. Carson Wentz probably still will throw a touchdown, but it's going to be mostly running backs, I think.
That's a good point. Philly's defense is really the deciding factor here, so that's pretty much what we're going to go with. All right, Bills Raiders. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I wrote with the wrong marker.
It's going to be an absolute blowout. Come on.
I wouldn't say blowout.
But you know, the
We're
Raiders
going,
are
Mr. Allen's Raiders. We cannot
They're just
turn down.
too many offensive weapons.
Ah, crap.
Oh, good job, Andrew.
Shut up.
Too many.
You wrote on the
Ah,
board
you
with
loser!
erasable marker. Erasable marker on the board, you know.
All right,
Classic.
so get back to the thing.
All right, let's just
Classic mistake.
ignore
All right,
ignore this.
Moving on. All right.
Yeah,
So
Bills Raiders.
Robert Woods
Woods
is
is out.
out, which is huge for the Bills, even though Sammy Watkins is back. I don't know how effective he's going to be just coming back off that foot injury. Obviously, he's going to have a lot of targets, but it's really going to rely on how good
Sorry.
LaShawn McCoy can be. I mean, Khalil Mack has to have a good game. I think it really depends on can they shut down Sammy Watkins enough where Khalil Mack and pressure can get to Tyrod Taylor.
All right, that's fair. And I believe the Bills' key to actually trying to win this game is trying to take away the versatility that Derek Carr has had on offense this year. Just forget it.
And with that most of you probably saw that kind of nasty finger thing Derek Carr suffered.
Yeah, that's
last
still
week.
a concern. His throwing might not be as great as it's been this year.
Yeah, he went into the locker room for, I think, a drive, and he came back out. He was probably really drugged up and not feeling it. I don't know how it's going to be this week, so I wouldn't count on him being as good as last week.
Well said.
All right,
All right.
moving on. Bucks
Bucks, Chargers.
versus the
Versus
Chargers.
Oh, man.
This one's actually.
So
This one's actually.
Should actually be a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, conflicted.
Conflict. Max is conflicted. There's a new one.
Very conflicted. Usually more decisive than this.
I apologize for this noise, guys, but my board kind of got a little messed up here.
Yeah, he put Sharpie on it.
Yeah, I realize that. All right. Can we
All right.
I can't even write on it now.
I'm going with the Bucks. You know why? It's because I drenched it in the
Yeah.
Expo whiteboard can.
Pass me the
Go
towel.
out and buy it.
All
All right.
All right, so I'm
Chargers.
going Bucks.
I'm going Chargers.
All right, good for
Let's
you.
hear it, Ted.
All right, I'm just going Bucks. Jameis Winston. I'm just feeling him this week.
It's a fair choice.
Their defense has not been playing terrible. I'm not. Melvin Gordon's gonna have a down week. His first one of the year. I
mean,
feel
you
like
didn't have that good of a week last week.
your boy
so.
Gerald, my boy Gerald McCoy's gonna be all over him, and it's gonna be over, man.
I think I came in here taking the Bucs and thinking about it. The Chargers, really, their defense isn't that bad. It's not as bad as it used to be. Joey Bosa's an absolute beast. I think Jameis Winston's going to have his hands full.
When I mean beast, he's a beast.
And, yeah, Jameis Winston, I feel like he's not going to be as effective as he usually is when he's under the kind of pressure that Joey Bosa is going to be bringing in off the edge. Mm-hmm. And the receiver core of the Chargers with a quarterback like Phillip Rivers, I think they're going to have a great game in the air, and Melvin Gordon should have a respectable game on the ground as well.
It's all fair points. I'm going to swing towards the Chargers, mainly for, I don't know, the Bucs are that team that can surprise you with weird weeks, like they beat the Seahawks last week. We've given them no chance 2 weeks in a row with the Chiefs and the Seahawks.
I'm giving them a chance, though. It's their opportunity to shine, baby.
They can actually, if they can keep winning, they can actually try to find their way into a wild card spot, which would be very interesting this year.
We'll take the division from Atlanta.
We're not going to talk about that. All right, we're moving to Giants Steelers.
Oh, God. G, I.
You didn't even need to do this one,
A, N, T, S.
No.
You know what? Max, you can kill yourself, right? You're
right,
Max is going
that's
Pitt.
Disrespectful.
I'm going G-Men.
Yeah, you should.
All right, I'm going Pittsburgh. Well, I would never vote for the Giants, but besides the fact, I think that
biased decision.
I don't know. It's in Pittsburgh. I really think that Big Ben is just going to torch. It's just going to torch the Giants. Considering that, I might get some heat for this, but considering that Terrell Pryor carved up the Giants secondary pretty bad.
Terrell Pryor's a star receiver.
Antonio Brown, if Terrell Pryor caught for over 100 yards, what is Antonio Brown going to do? What is Le'Veon Bell going to do against the Giants' pretty bad linebacker core?
Fourth best rushing defense.
Awful linebacker core.
Fourth best rushing defense.
I take the Steelers.
Fourth best rushing defense.
Okay, Ted, let the man speak. He's making some fair points.
No, I'm not going to.
Let's hear your side. Let's hear the Giants side.
You know what I'm going to say. It's your turn to say something.
All right, so we're going to let me talk about this so Teddy doesn't explode. All right, so the Giants have been on a hot streak lately, and they're really trying to build momentum going into their Sunday primetime game next week against Dallas. This is the perfect way to do that. The Pittsburgh defense is it's terrible, and the Giants do have enough weapons on offense to hurt them. I think the deciding factor, though, in this game is how good New York's D has been. They're not going to be able to shut down Pittsburgh, but I think they can slow them down enough to really make a difference so that when Eli gets on the field, he can work the clock and he can just relax and play his game.
Yeah, there it is.
Where did my thing go?
Fair.
Did you knock my schedule off?
Oh, yeah, I was raging. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
Redskins, Cardinals.
Is that where we're at?
Oh, my God. No, I'm not going. No.
You have to, Teddy.
No, I'm not, all right? Cardinals.
All right, that.
Cardinals, baby! Yeah!
All right. I'm actually going Cards, too.
Woo! I'm going Redskins. I say Redskins because, all right, although the Cardinals have Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Matthews, they don't have enough pieces in the pass defensive game, I think, to lock down all of Kirk Cousins' different targets. He has Pierre Garçon, Jordan Reed, Jameson Crowder, Deshaun Jackson. The Cardinals aren't going to be able to account for all of those players, and with the incredibly good season that Kirk Cousins is having, I just think he'll be able to find an open receiver. Like, no matter who's covering Deshaun Jackson or Jordan Reed, there's always going to be someone open.
It's a fair point, but here's my side of the thing with the Cardinals here. David Johnson, this offense starts and ends with David Johnson now. It's his offense now. Fitzgerald's always a great receiving threat, and I don't think Norman hasn't faced a receiver like Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's a different type of animal than all the receivers he's faced.
Might not be fast, but he's
such a great runner. He's the best
hands in the league.
Probably has the best hands. He's probably the best route runner in the league.
He's probably the smartest receiver in the league.
That is definitely true. The other thing, didn't he go to like Phoenix or something like that? I don't even know.
He went to the University of Phoenix, which was an online college, to make his mother proud, Andrew.
All right. We're moving on now. All right, so this defense, I think, is definitely good enough to keep Kirk Cousins under control. And just pretty much it. I mean, the Cardinals, they really want to do anything this year, they cannot afford to lose. And if they want to work their way into the wild card, knocking off Washington is the way to do it.
All right, guys. We got Seahawks versus the Panthers. NFC Championship game.
You guys talk about this, or?
Well, this should be a good game, actually. So
I feel like the Panthers always play Seahawks well.
they do.
I'm going with the Hawks.
I am too.
As am I.
It's in Seattle, right?
It is in Seattle.
So you know,
There's the
you
deciding
can't
factor
go
right
into
there.
Seattle and bully them around. So,
You really can't.
yeah,
Not
you know.
gonna happen.
You got my
Now, the Seahawks played abysmal last week against Tampa Bay, which means they're going to be coming in with a vengeance. They're really going to want to win this game. And they want to show what happened last week was a fluke. They're not going to come out against their hometown fans and lose to Cam Newton. They despise him. This defense is top 3 in the league every year. It's elite, setting up to allow the least amount of points again this year. And Russell Wilson has enough weapons where he can exploit the Panthers' poor secondary, so Seattle. That's all I'm going with.
All right. Well said. I think that's all there is to it. Next game, Monday night game, Colts Jets.
Why is this a Monday night game?
Well,
I'm really curious. Why is this a Monday night
I'm
game?
gonna write hate mail to ESPN because the Monday night games are awful.
Well, you know.
Thank you.
Well, when tickets are $13 to a Monday night football
Then
game.
you
Are
know
they
it's a
actually?
Colts Jets game.
Yeah,
$13.
so cheap.
That is
I'm gonna go
terrible.
Colts.
Colts.
Yes.
You know what? I want to make the state of New York proud. I'm going Jets.
All right, that was out of pity for the Jets
Yeah.
because
Let's
right.
get some
I'm
decent
going
intellectual
Colts.
conversation here.
All right, I'm going Colts. Andrew Luck has officially been ruled as starting this week, and T.Y. is still questionable. I think he may get moved up to probable, but they still have Dante Moncrief and Jack Doyle. And even though the Jets have one of the best rush defenses in the league, they have one of the worst pass defenses. And I think Andrew Luck will be able to exploit that. And Frank Gore, even though he's going up against the third best run defense in the league, Frank Gore, never really have a bad game. And even though the Colts have the worst pass defense in the league, they're going up against Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's like the worst.
For God's sake, start Bryce Petty already, Jets.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so
no,
I
it's
have
my
to
turn.
get my pity already.
No. It's my turn. All right. Shut up.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please think about this Jets secondary? Their star corner is a guy who's 100 years old. He gets burned every time someone goes deep. And if T.Y. Hilton plays, I guarantee you this, that it's just going to be, oh my God, terrible. And I know they have like one of the best rushing defenses in the league. Frank Gore, very good running back, but you don't have to rush the ball if you can pass it all over Darrelle Reeves on this terrible secondary.
All right. Let's get my argument here for the Jets.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I had Matt Forte starting at my running back spot this week. The Colts are by far the worst defense in football this year. They can't stop anybody. While I'm against starting Fitzpatrick because I think they should start Petty at this point, he doesn't have to do great, but he just has to do enough. I believe this defense, especially with Andrew Luck returning off injury, he's never fully healthy when he returns. He always returns with a nagging injury. This D-line is one of the best in the league. I believe they'll get to him. They'll get some pressure on him. And, I mean, yes, the secondary's aging, but who knows? Maybe they'll play a lot more zone coverage, and they'll contain this Colts offense.
Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's
This is my show, man. You gotta listen to me.
You shut up, all right?
All right.
They come
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be a wrap. Good luck to everybody this Sunday night. And have a good day of football. Teddy?
Yo!
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah. Pleasure, man.
Max? Thank you for joining me. As always, this is ABC. This is ABC Fans Focus. I'll see you guys later.